What's good, big dog? It's your boy Dre and Big A, and this is Samurai Kennels Wednesday Sip and Chill episode entitled "How to Be a Winner." What's good, Big A?
Hey, what's happening? You know what it is. I'm back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm up here smashing my boneless wings for the night, letting the
Yes,
brothers get
sir.
in here. We're gonna start doing our roll call, doing all that good stuff, making sure, we share love and knowledge, brotherhood, and fellowship. But before we
Yes,
do
sir.
any of that, let's go and pay them sponsors with the intro.
Please forgive. Too many mind.
Too many mind.
Mind the school. Mind the people.
Let him go, Andre.
Mind the enemy. Too many mind.
Yes, sir. We up in here, man. There's some great brothers in the room. A lot to talk about. A lot of things happened this weekend that were positive for the breed. And of course, who would we be not to give our flowers while the people can still smell them? Shouts out to Supreme Excellence One. Salute.
Salute.
Supreme, man. Keep doing your thing, brother. Keep your head up and keep them blades sharp.
Yeah, Vad Kennels. What's
Man,
happening?
brother Vad. Yeah, man.
Yes,
Salute to you, brother
sir.
Vad. Keep doing your thing too, bro. And we want to keep make sure you keep them live streams coming, man. We appreciate you and your content.
Yes, sir. The one and only. Only
Dickie,
one.
Dickie,
Yeah.
mother loving Foster.
Yes, sir.
What's
In
up?
the
What's good, big dog?
building. Hey. Yeah. Hard and finish. What's happening? In the building.
Dickie Foster with that two-piece too. Tip,
Oh
tip.
yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes,
Got
sir.
the got the uh got the samurai in the building, man.
Yeah.
Jake, what's
Brother
happening, bro?
Anjin. Jake.
Yeah.
Anjin Sama. What's good, big dog?
Yeah, training Tuesdays. Like
Yeah, man.
Taco Tuesdays.
And shouts out to Mama Bonner too.
Yes, sir.
If Jake there, Mama Bonner ain't too far behind, man. Salute.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Arrowhead in the mother loving building. Okay. First
What's
off,
happening?
Arrowhead went live today. If y'all didn't catch it, go back and catch the live. Arrowhead caught them dubs at that show this weekend. And he's part of the reason why this show is going on right now. How to be a winner.
Yes,
Salute to you,
sir.
Arrowhead. Keep doing your thing, big dog.
Yes, sir. Tony.
Yeah, brother Tony M. All gas, no brakes. Salute.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Buck City.
Buck City in the building, bruh.
Yeah.
Buck, you
Yes,
are
sir.
wild for that one this morning, bro. Good content, bro. It was very entertaining, man. Good stuff. Also, for those y'all who don't know, Buck got memberships. If you got a membership with me and you got a membership with Buck, man, bro, it's a conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing his own thing, I'm doing my own thing. But a lot of times the stories just happen to just tie in and work well together. So if you're missing some of the content, you're not really getting the full spectrum of what's out there for you. Salute. Mrs. McFarland, what's good? How you doing?
Hey.
He said, hey,
Yeah.
yo, salute to the chat as y'all come in and go smash that like button. It's free. Like, follow, subscribe. Amen to that. Thank you. We appreciate that. The wifey in the building too. What's up, baby? Yeah. And she said, where the fries at? Hey, look, so I smashed the fries before we got on here. You know what I'm saying? But they were in the building. Them French fries was in the building. Bottom boy Kennels, what's good, big dog? Salute. Salute.
Hey.
You doing your thing too, bro. Heck yeah. Dub C in the building, white chocolate. What's
White
good, big
chocolate.
dog?
Yes, sir.
Melee new
Melee.
Yeah. Melee don't play no games, man. Melee, I like what you bring to the chats, man. For real. You don't hold no punches and you keep it straightforward, straight cut, straight deal.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Petty round.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Salute.
Yeah. Salute.
Mike Dan. Hey, Mike, Dan, I think you
Yeah.
was on the show too, if I'm not mistaken, man. If you wasn't, my bad, but I'm pretty sure they said you was at the show, bro. Salute to you, man, and thanks for getting on and supporting South Bottom in their show. I got some phone calls from the show. It was a good turnout, man. You know, salute to all the OGs who took time out to holler at me because I couldn't be there. Appreciate
Yes,
y'all.
sir. Cold Mountain Bulldogs.
Where you see CMB at?
Down at the bottom. At the bottom of the map.
Okay, CMB, we all we got. We
Yeah.
all we got, man. Hey, so CMB went live. I want to say yesterday, man. Make sure y'all go check the brother out, man. Always straight cut, straight deal. No fugazi,
Yeah.
man. Make sure y'all holler at bruh.
Yes, sir.
Brother 601, what's good, big dog?
601.
So with it, brother, everything Gucci, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
We ain't even
what's
started cooking
happening?
yet, bro. We ain't even started cooking yet.
What's up with that? All good.
Can't call it Mike spoil it, man.
Mhm.
Already. Back in
Yes,
that time, I
sir.
remember while the keys on them, man.
Yes, sir.
Right back.
Already. Yes, sir.
All good.
Yeah, man. So I got the topic tonight was or is the art of winning. Because I'm telling you right now, it's some people who almost will hypnotize you with hate if you're a sucker because they just seem to always win. Even when they don't win, they lose. Their losses are better performances than some people's wins. And so we want to talk about the art of winning and what all that entails. Just like last week, we broke it down, you know, the art of building a bloodline or the process of building a bloodline, the struggles. And we talked about picking the bloodline, picking the puppy, raising the puppy, you know, going through your rearing process, breeding, all that stuff, connecting bloodlines, how many generations, covered all that. Now we're going to talk about building the dogs within those bloodlines that are worth propagating and worth building through winning. All right. So I'm going to put a disclaimer out there, and I'll probably give it a disclaimer a lot throughout this show due to the fact that some of the winning of the history of this breed prior to modern day and that is not above ground is illegal. So we do not condone or support anything illegal. We don't solicit anything for illegal actions, nor do we violate any of the animal rights acts of any time period here in America. All right. All information is for historical and educational purposes. Also, we're using it as analogies for tonight to talk about winning not only as a dog man, but winning as a man in life, right? So without further ado, we're going to start cooking on this topic. And we're going to do what we always do. Build better dogs through building better people. All right. First thing is first. I'm going to give y'all a personal example of a time where I won and it was a real win because the process makes you the winner. All right. So a lot of y'all heard this story before, and a lot of y'all may or may not have heard this story before. So I'll share with you anyways. Okay. High school, my senior year, we won a state championship. And one of the things that our coach made us do was we never had an offensive play. The whole season, we didn't have a single offensive play. He made us run the stairs for the first 30 minutes of practice. Then we ran laps around the court for the next hour of practice. So by the time our 2.5 hour practice got to the hour and a half point, we were already smoked. Then he would let us scrimmage. He forced us to play man-to-man defense, and then we could go into a 1-3-1 during our scrimmages. But that was the only 2 plays we ran. We had a couple inbound plays too, but that was it. There was no offensive play whatsoever. His logic, because he was a soccer player, his logic was, I'm going to over-condition you to the point where y'all can literally run the other team into the ground. And so by the time we won that championship, you could see the process. You could see that we had more gas than anybody we played against. And now we're converted to the dogs. Okay. So my personal belief, from what I understand and what I've learned from the great men who have shared their information with me, is that there's kind of 2 ways of looking at a conditioning process, or kind of 2 sides to it. I'm certain there's more. And that's why I'm going to post a link in the chat earlier tonight for y'all brothers with the knowledge to come on here and drop that knowledge, because there's missing links here. I'm not the end all be all for this conversation. But the way I look at it is there's a lot of strength, conditioning. There's a lot of aerobic or like cardio conditioning. And when you're going through the process, getting that right amalgamation of strength to kind of cardio or wind conditioning matters. I've met a lot of brothers who have rolled, a lot of brothers who have had 1-time winners, 2-time winners, champions, 4-time winners, grand champions, and so on, etc. And a lot of them will not give you the recipe because that recipe was made by going through the journey to get there, right? And so why would I give you my struggle? I might tell you the struggle, but I'm not going to give you what it feels like. And tonight is about what it feels like to win. You know, there's a lot of emotions that you go through, and it's damn near exhausting once it's over. Because if you really put your all into it, it is the most euphoric feeling right after the win. It's almost surreal. So with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic to my brothers so we can cook on what it's like to be a winner in this game.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
really, all I can say, man, it feel good to win at anything you do. You know what I'm saying? If you put the effort into it, you know what I'm saying, and you got a goal that you're trying to accomplish, and you end up on the winning end of it. You know, it feel good. You know, but you know, also losing is a part of life too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just in any aspect. But that's really mainly all I can just say right now on it. You know what I'm saying? And I just pass the mic. You know.
Yeah, the winning part is the easy part, man. That's the winning is like the end of the end all be all, but uh to be a winner is everything that you're doing, you know, in the dark. Like you were saying, Dre, like you know how you guys did all the conditioning and whatnot. That was the work being put in. When y'all played the game, that was just y'all pretty much running scrimmage. You know, all the work had already been done in the dark. So, you know, when it comes to winning, that's where it all takes place is, you know, the work that you putting in behind the scenes. Because when you come out, you know, winning, it can look easy, you know, for a lot of people, and and some people just consistently win, and win over and over again, and they make it look easy, but nobody's seeing all the work they putting in behind the scenes. Yeah,
Now, good points. Now, 601, you said something that was real big. And I'm going to start off with the opposite of winning, the losing part. Okay. And brothers in the chat, please chime in on this one because it matters. When somebody loses, is there a grace period for talking shit, or should they just go in with how they felt about the loss? You know, I personally believe in you take an L, you take it gracefully, and you shut the fuck up, unless you got really cheated. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really got cheated, you know. Well, what y'all brothers think about that?
yeah. I more so always try to look and see what mistakes I made. You know what I'm saying? Where were the mistakes made at? You know, versus me getting into the back and forth with the actual opponent. You know, I'm trying to go and lick my wounds and do some correcting or some strengthening on my weak points.
True that.
Okay. So, Brother Hart and Finish said, winning is an accumulation of hard and correct work. Agreed. Agreed. But what happens when your hard and correct work meets someone else's hard and correct work? You know, that's when the great events happen. You know, the Battle of the Titans. Man,
Right.
I got these members coming through here. Supreme with the 6 months, Brother Jeff with the 9 months. Man, Brother Jeff has been a member
Hey,
longer than I had my wife knocked up.
yes, sir.
Salute, Joe. Salute.
Salute.
Tony said, depends on the competition. There's levels to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know, bro, just like just like you say, you know what I'm saying? Shit, another motherfucker training too, you know, so you ain't never gonna be the baddest motherfucker in the world, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some wins and you're gonna have some losses. So might as well just learn how to take them motherfucking losses and laugh at them with everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You know, and just keep rolling, you know, and come back and try to win next time on whatever endeavor it is that you embarking upon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whether it be foot racing, whether it be whatever, you know what I'm saying? Go back and train harder, but you know what I'm saying? Just be glad of the fact that you smart enough to know that you ain't the fastest motherfucker in the world. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna win and you're gonna lose. So that's the beauty of it right there. You know what I'm saying? Because if motherfucker just had win, never lost, I don't know what kind of life that'll be. You know? I don't think I want that. I don't think I want to feel that all the time. I want to be grounded sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
And it was a I can't remember who said the quote, but it was something like you've never had any challenge until you've taken a loss. You
Mhm.
know, and that was from a boxer. It was from a boxing coach. I just can't remember who it was.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that.
man,
You
that's
know.
tell that to Mayweather. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Nah, but
Martinez
but
was
on
good.
on the cool though, Mayweather got a loss, and he took that loss so hard that he vowed to never. You know what I'm saying? He went above and beyond that loss. If you want to Google it, go check him out in the Olympics when he took that loss in the Olympics right before he turned pro. He took a major loss in the Olympics, and he won that fight. But I'm talking about he could barely talk. He was crying and going through the whole motion. I knew it hurt, but that was
Yeah,
his loss right there. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. But get what?
What's up?
So Mayweather was undefeated, right?
Yes, sir. As a professional.
Okay. I guarantee you one thing. That them stay with it. You gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Not saying
Yeah.
not saying I'm a nut holder, but ain't no way in the hell he gonna goddamn it box for the rest of his life and don't lose. You know? So but
Nah, your body only allow you so much, man.
yeah, yeah.
So 601, I got a question for you
I
because you was at the South Bottom show, and this ties in good to it. Okay, for those of y'all brothers that was there, or those of y'all brothers who was at the show at the Tri-State last weekend, um, whether you competed or not, what was that like? Watching them wins in the air.
say it again, bro.
I said, so you was at the South Bottom event, and then I know brother Sir, he went live at the Tri-State event. For those of y'all brothers who was there or watching those lives, how do y'all take those wins and those L's? How do brothers take those? And after this, I'm gonna give you the backstory on what I'm going through, my mental process now going into this show, and my mental process in the last show that I was in. You know, because I'm only gonna speak on what I know, and tonight is it's the aesthetics, the confirmation side of it. But if we get some of them brothers that's been in the box and they can talk about those L's when a lot of money was on the line, that's also a different kind of feeling. I can't empathize and share that with you because I don't have that. I got to give you what I got. But how was that South Bottom show, and how were the brothers taking their wins and their L's?
Well, you know, see, I had got that made it a little bit late, but I still made it, man. But I'm pretty sure every everybody took everything well because it went real nice and real swell, man. And speaking of that, I want to shout out Mr. Nonstop and Mr. J Bo and them, man, for catching me when I touched down there, man, and showing me number love, bro. And you know, Mr. Fat Bill, you feel me? You know, for keeping all the way real with me, you know, and Mr. Boone too, you know. He was the life of the party, man, and I just want to let him know I'm gonna catch up with him. You know what I'm saying? SDA, you know, man, it was real nice, man, and oh man, you know, it's all good, man. You know,
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When the right people around, you feel like a winner just because the right people are there. Because my brother reached out to me, y'all, and all them people he just mentioned, they had no problem jumping on the phone and chopping it up with me, and I wasn't even there.
Right.
That's the win for me in life. Getting to the point where your presence is valued enough where people will take time out of their busy day just to say what's up. You know,
Real
um,
talk. Real talk, man.
y'all in the chat the same way. I come through here on Wednesday, the same usual suspects. There's always a couple new faces, but man, it's one of them things where you can see through time and effort, that you're affecting change, man. That you're affecting change.
Yeah, man. So and then shit, that was a win for me, man. Cause we took pictures, man, and everything, man. I'm all on a picture with these guys, man, like I'm their age. You know what I'm saying? And they welcoming a nigga with with open arm. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, come on, bro. Man,
Yeah,
come on.
that's what's up.
Damn,
That's
bro.
what's up.
Oh man, come on, get right here. Come here, right here, right. You get right here. Get down here, by. Oh man, that's all right.
Yeah, yeah, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm thinking, because I don't really do that whole. I don't like the feelings thing, man, because I don't really I don't have a I do got a problem. Let me stop bitching. I don't really respect the man that operates off of feelings. Your feelings can affect what you think, but you need to think about what you do before you act, right? And so going into this, my thoughts are, I'm new to Arizona. I did well at the shows in Texas, but I'm like, man, what if this ain't my market? What if I bit off more than I can chew? Now it ain't fear, but it's awareness. Because I talked to a brother and he said he lost a female show competition where he was at last weekend because they said his dog was too long. And
Too long.
you don't know until you know. But I feel like, and I think that that's some BS. If the dog look better than the other dogs, that's what it is. You got long dogs, you got dogs, one dog high, two dogs long. You got these different phenotypes in the game, and I think that's a fallacy. I need real flaws. I need flame paws, weak pasterns, cowhocks, undershot, stop incorrect. I need real feedback on my breeding program. So you tell me my dog is too long. Where is that a fault at?
Well, that I guess that came in with that judge's performance. You know what I'm saying? That probably was that one vote that uh, took the short dog over the edge or something. You know what I'm saying? Because he prefers short dogs over long dogs. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, all of them winners. Yeah, because
Yeah.
all of them came out and showed themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that just was a thing of that right there. I feel like,
Amen to that. And I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
get live footage when I'm not competing. But I'm competing this weekend, and I wanted to share that with y'all too. The same way the old heads, I learned a lot from the old heads stories about winning. Right? They would look for dogs that didn't turn away, that stayed focused on their opponent, that showed tenacity even when they were down. These are qualities that I internalize them as like metaphors and analogies, just like biblical stories. And so the reason I say that is when I go in and I'm competing, I ain't thinking about no damn phone. You know, I'm thinking, am I handling it right? Am I making sure I never get between the judge and the dog? Am I making sure the dog is stacked appropriately when the judge is looking? Am I going to capture that bite just right? Making sure the dog don't get too excited because any nipping in the ring can get you removed from the ring. These are things going through my head. This is the art of winning. You have to stay in the moment.
true that. You have to stay focused.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
that's that
sir.
killer instinct in anything that you do. I don't care whether it's this YouTube stuff, whether it's your job. You got to stay focused and in the moment. I know a lot of brothers in the chat, they drive trucks. A lot of y'all brothers ride ATVs and motorcycles. If you're not focused in the moment, not only can you lose, but you can lose your life in those moments, bro. You know,
Yes,
we
sir.
we talk about the dog show, but it goes beyond that. As a human being, it goes way beyond that. When I'm lifting, man, I got my tray aid in my pocket, and I'm like, man, if this person behind me try me, yeah, they got the advantage because they behind me. But I qualify every weekend on my trade. 380, immaculate. You know what I'm saying? 10 yards in, 10 yards and in, I'm hitting all 6 rounds. and
Yeah.
I got critical defense rounds. You know, I'm thinking about this stuff, man. I'm weighing the pros and cons of all my actions and reactions. That's why you have to be careful with these fake winners. And I love what Cole Mountain said. He said, "Real talk, all of them is winners because they all came out and showed themselves." Amen to
Yeah.
that. But I got to go back
Yeah.
to something, y'all, because I know what he mean because he been there. All of y'all in the chat, y'all old enough to understand this. But I was talking to my kids about something. My kids have never came home. And tell me if y'all remember this. Give me a one if y'all remember this. My kids have never came home with that red, blue, or white ribbon from school during presidential week.
Yeah.
They stopped doing it.
Yeah.
They stopped doing it. They considered it too controversial for the kids that wasn't getting picked. And everybody can't win. And we're building a
Yeah.
society where I don't mind everybody competing, but everybody can't win.
Everybody get a trophy. That's where we at right now.
That's where we at. And I'm not
Yeah.
okay with that. I'm in
Yeah.
the sugar army. I'm not okay with that. I'm okay
Yeah.
with respecting people for having the heart to compete.
Yeah.
Everybody don't get a trophy. Everybody don't
Nah.
go in the box and come out a winner. It just don't
Nah.
happen.
Nah. And I know this is a little going back to what I had said earlier about about the win versus the loss. Like you've never had a challenge until you taken a loss. That same coach had said something about Tyson. He was like Mike Tyson. To him, Mike Tyson was never a champion ever because every time he really got hit with that controversy, he lost. Holyfield, lost. What's her name? Who mother died before the fight, who knocked him out.
Yeah,
You
Buster
know,
Douglas.
yeah, Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? Every time he had somebody, he had a like a real controversy, or a real challenge in front of him. I mean, he lost. So and that's part of the thing about life and about winning, losing, and all. When you get knocked down, can you get back up? You know, and that he had did a whole interview on it. But yeah, he was talking about Tyson in that one. Yeah.
So I'll give you another example of a loss that I took that woke me up. It woke up the beast in me, bro. So during my drill instructor stint in the military, I had a student, and we went up against each other for a trainer of the year, and I lost to my student. And my mentor, he pulled me to the side. He said, "Hey, man, he was hungrier than you were." And I didn't want to hear that shit at the time. I'm like, man, like, look, I respect you a lot, but this is one of them times right here where I will respectfully disrespect your ass. So watch your next words very closely. So he broke it down, in a way that even as a hothead, I could understand it. So he said, look, he said, that dude saw you as a real challenge. He saw you as the mark. He was focused on you. He didn't want to beat anybody else in that competition but you. You came in as thinking it's going to be a cakewalk, and now you over here eliminated from the competition because you came in there and you wasn't hungry enough. And it happens to rappers too. Rappers, they get in the game and they hungry and they they do what they do, and then once they get bread, they whole flow change. And that's that euphoria I was living in, and I'll never go there again. Anytime I compete now, it's like you said, that loss either wakes up the beast in you or curves you the fuck out. And it woke up the beast, man. The next day I came in with a new sense of urgency on everything because I realized I hadn't made myself or what's the word I'm looking for? Untouchable. I wasn't untouchable as I thought I was. And a lot of y'all brothers, man, y'all got haters out there that y'all don't even know are watching you that way. They looking at your program on YouTube. They looking at your Facebook. They looking at your Instagram. They watching your dogs right now on old videos or old pictures they got of your dogs right now, looking for your weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not training, like there's always somebody out for your spot, you're gonna lose it. You will lose it.
Mm-hmm. Well, You right, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to elaborate on what you were saying about getting beat by your student. You know what I'm saying? And it just make me reflect back to something Mr. Garcia be screaming about. He want whoever his student is to be better than him. You know what I'm saying? So that means when you looking at it through that eyesight, you know what I'm saying, you got beat by your student. You got beat by you. You taught this man this here. You know what I'm saying? He just paid attention to what you were saying and really put his effort into it for him to be good enough to fool around and beat you if you slacking or playing them weaker, something like that, because you forgetting the fact that you did teach him, you know what I'm saying? And this is just one of the ones that really was learning the shit that you were saying, teaching him. So that's a beautiful thing right there. You know what I'm saying? So even with that loss, you can still smile about that one too. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Because damn, that's all right there. That shit is real. You know what I'm saying? And this is who beat me, the person who I taught, my student. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so grateful that he was sucking up the shit I was teaching him, and he wasn't just going in one ear and out the other, and I was wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? Cause hell, he done fuck around and tore my ass up.
yeah,
See, man, it's all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all right when you look at your losses through the righteous eyes. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's
yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so check this out. One of the things that spurred this whole like thought process was my wife had showed me a snippet of an article about a lady. I don't even remember where it was at exactly, but her child had there was at the end of the year school year award program, and I'm certain other y'all have seen it probably, but her child didn't win any awards, and she was cutting the food, about her child not winning the awards. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but most schools now got this thing called Classroom Dojo, where you can see how your child is performing throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? It's not it's not a secret how your child is doing in school. Like I think it's funny every report card when my kids come home if they ain't got something right. My wife and I really sit in the living room waiting on their ass. And I got a leather belt that says Andre Williams Chevy on there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they know what that belt mean. Enough said. I ain't got to go on a propagating what you figure out. You take it however the fuck you want to take it. But I believe in corporal punishment. But these corrective actions have to happen after a loss too. I'm not saying I got to go whoop everybody who loses, but you got to. Shout out to GHK in the building, and GHK. I'm gonna post a link because I have some questions that I need from a bulldogger that's been to the promised land, and I feel like between you and Schoolboy and Fat Bill, these are things that you can really elaborate upon to enhance the show and make it better. And I'm gonna post a link for you, brother. If you ain't got time, I completely understand it, but I definitely would love to get it from a person talking about the build up for the box because it starts with the shit talking. It starts with, oh, I cur that mug out for calling weights, all that bullshit, and can't nobody tell it like somebody who done it. I can talk about the obedience shows. I can talk about the confirmation shows. I've been there. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? Arrowhead can talk about it better than I can. Arrowhead done one digital dog shows, in-person dog shows. Arrowhead got a clean yard. Bro, if Arrowhead start talking about dogs, he did a walk with his dog today. That's game. And that'll make you win. We have a best yard competition. And while we on the subject of competitions, August will be my next digital dog show that I host. I've decided to throw it in August. Brother Sir Kennel said he'll probably throw one late June or early July. But we're going to get these things popping throughout the summer. Oh, there he is, man. Okay. Salute.
What up, fam?
Welcome, fam. Welcome.
Salute.
What's going on? Salute to everybody in the chat.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother, going hard. While I got you here, I ain't going to waste no time getting to it. Brother Mike, I want to talk about the process of building up to a win, right? And I would like to kind of go into your first win because that's the one you're kind of uncertain of. You really don't know where you at with it until you do it, right? So can you kind of talk about the the conversations that had to happen for the competition to even get started. I know you did an interview with Schoolboy and you covered this, but since it kind of relates to the conversation tonight, I really want to go in on that one, man. Tell me about it. You know, how you met the opponent, where the shit talking went to, why that opponent, why you chose that opponent.
Okay. First of all, I was always a competitive person because, you know, like wrestling is an individual sport. If you ever wrestled, you know, or had an individual sport, you had to have a certain type of mentality. And because it's you know, the win is going to be based on you. So if you take that and you look at the dogs, it's the same thing. You know, you are the trainer, you have to prepare that dog and you have to get in the mindset of that animal. Same way I had to be when I was getting in the mindset of my next opponent that I wrestled. So, because you never know about that next person. With wrestling, everybody followed everybody. Everybody knew who your competition was. Everybody wanted to be seated in a certain way. Same thing with the dog situation. If you're in the neighborhood, you're just doing neighborhood shit, you know, you can get big headed. You know how that works. You know, I got this, he'll do this and he'll do that. Well, remember, I learned that early in the game because, yeah, we was winning in North Carolina, but when we stepped back in Ohio and hit that fast lane, we was way off. So that loss was a wake-up call. But then we was around all the right type of people to pick us up and be like, look, do this, do this, do this. Mm-hmm. And then our first opportunity, once we got prepared and was like, we ready to step out here in the fast lane, they go out and get us the Legion of Doom. I mean, damn, like, think we wasn't worried about that shit? You know, because you, like they said, you rather get out there, we're gonna get you out there and we're gonna see what see what's gonna happen. And that right there, you know, I always took my hat off to the Legion because first of all, they gave us the opportunity. The other thing that was impressive, I took my hat off to my mentors because they would have never put us in that position if they didn't think we was ready. And then they go out and actually beat them and win best in show. Oh, we knew what the deal was. And remember, it wasn't about shit talking then. It was about learning from that loss and understanding the direction that we was going in. And we wanted, you know, ain't no more neighborhood going into the boys in the hood. Now you're fixing to get out there and you don't know nothing about that person over there, even though we knew the Legion, you know, but it was one of them opportunities that, you know, if they say, this is what we're going to put you on, and this is our mentor, this is who we finna put you on. Now, if y'all ready, that dog better be ready. If y'all paid attention, and, you know, trust me, in that whole process, you believe me, they didn't just throw us out there. They was checking on us every day. Did you do this? Did you do that? Let me look at him. Let me, you know, do the little, see how dry he is. Get that little 3 count. You know what I mean? All the things that, you know, you would think your mentor would do. And if you're putting in the work, then you get a chance to see, okay, did I do everything right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get in that situation and you perform, come on, man. Ain't nothing like that first fast lane win because you knew what it took to get there. You beat a good kennel, a respected kennel. And that right there put us like, okay, moving forward, we took everything, every match. We looked at it just like it was our very first one.
Mike, I got to interrupt you because that's another. I wanted to dig that question in there. Okay, so one of my biggest flaws is, or I ain't gonna say flaws, but one of my personal issues is once you get that best in show, whatever it is you're doing, you set a mantle so high. I think it puts undue pressure on the person to maintain that mantle. What is that like?
Come on, man. We're in the military, and I'm a Marine. You must always be you always in pressure. You always put yourself in pressure moments. You don't fear pressure. If you don't feel that pressure, then you ain't ready. That's my thing. You always supposed to feel that because that eliminates underestimating your opponent. You know, so I'm always gonna feel the pressure. You know, that's just how you look at competition. I mean, if we this is a competitive sport, like any sport, like boxing. You cannot underestimate your opponent. He might be working while you sitting up there playing a video game. Huh? You remember? Y'all know why the Mamba was the Mamba? When everybody else was out of the club, where was the Mamba at? In the gym.
In the gym.
Think about all them greats, man. There's something that made them great, something to put them above everybody else. So, yeah, after that first win, you knew what it took to do that. You set that bar high, and you never supposed to come down off of what it took to get where you got. Because anything less than that, you're going to see it. So, yeah, pressure is just a part of everything that you do when you're trying to stay on top. You always want to be under pressure because that everybody gonna come and take your title. You know,
Understood.
learn to accept it. Learn to have them butterflies. Learn to get in that mindset. I'm gonna, see. I'm not a one for the talking a good game. I'm the one about let me show you. You talk that shit, but let me show you this shit. That's where I'm at because I put in the work that I ain't gotta say that. I guarantee you this dog gonna speak for what we fixing to do. And most of the time, the dogs did what they were supposed to do. All the way down to the training part. You get in there, do things that other people don't expect that other people ain't doing. Like Kobe. Kobe knew everybody wasn't working like him.
Yeah.
LeBron knew everybody wasn't working like him. Jordan, there's so many great stories out there. One of the greatest stories that I feel about getting away from pressure was Mike Tyson. Long as Customato was alive, do you understand? Customato would never accept bullshit from Mike. Ever. The minute that man died, did you see how his career changed?
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't have nobody holding his hand, nobody to keep him on point. See, that's one thing that I have, as far as our kennel, Mo got me. Because I won't let Mo ever slack off. And if you feel like you can't do it, then you get, let me do it. Type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But because we eliminating any excuse. And because when you lose in an individual sport, you have to come back and ask yourself why you lost. Was your opponent actually better than you? Because if you got that in your head, you need to be thinking about what I got to do to be better than him. What did he do that I couldn't get by? And see, you have to understand another thing too. You remember we told you we never went into none of our mentors?
Yeah.
There was a reason for that. And you just gave a good example of that when your student beat you. Made you feel a certain type of way, didn't it?
But Mike, you just gave me game, bro. And like honestly, you checked me, like you gut checked me, but it's real. I got comfortable. And you know what's crazy? I've always performed when I'm the most nervous. My best performances in life have been when I'm I ain't gonna say nervous, but alert. I wasn't alert. I was man, these motherfuckers can't beat me. That was my mindset, Go ahead, Cook, brother.
Well, when you got your shit right, we say nervous, but it's almost like an anxiety attack. You get so built up that you just ready to let's get this shit started. And as the days count down, the anxiety gets built up and all of it just goes away at contact. Once the party started, all that just goes away. But Yeah, it's always going to be that built up. That's why the nervousness, the anxiety, the pressure, you know, sometimes pressure can kill you because pressure trying to be, you know, ahead of that pressure feeling, you do too much. You know, you're not really having control over that pressure situation. Remember, like you said, all the things that you noticed was coming, that you knew every time you put yourself in that position, the way you felt, you control that feeling. It's a control type of feeling. You should feel a certain type of way if you don't have that feeling. You know, that what they call, I feel, you know, when people say, I wasn't there, I just didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? You'll know when you just ain't there. You know, so in the dog game, you got to be able to see that in the dog. Because the dogs ain't like humans. They can't stop and tell you, you're working me too hard. They just going to work because you want them to work. But then your anxiety and your that build up, you know, you get caught up in that, and then you find yourself, oh shit, the dog done, he's sluggish today. You know, you got to stop, think about, well, I need to cut back on this work. I need to let him rest. It's okay. Get and gather myself up. You know what I mean? But it's a learning process, but it's not really a hard learning process once you get your mindset and get your program to where you're comfortable, and that comfortability is going to have to show your progress based on your performance. Your performance is what you grade, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
even in your confirmation shit, even in these treadmill races, even when I watch some dogs running up that wall, man, it's like for me and you, we understand what it takes when we got a soldier who can't do 10 pull-ups. But he stick with me. I know I'm getting 25 to 50 out of him before he walk off this base. Because that be the one that I'm going after. If I see it in him. And see,
Yeah.
that's what you have to do with these dogs. You got to see it in them. You got to see if you got to almost take them to the point to make them quit. You going to quit on me? Then pack your shit up. Go ring the bell. But if you ain't going to quit on me, I know we going to make it to this 50. I know we going to make it because you ain't going to quit on me. And I know what it takes to get you there. That's confidence. Remember, confidence is the key to training and any and everything that you do. You're a dog trainer. You know, when you're dealing with these dogs, the worst thing you could do is break a dog's confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
The worst thing you could do is let a dog break your confidence. He be doing fucking up so bad, you just be like, forget it and go put him up. No, I ain't putting nothing up until I get what I want. You don't know. They don't give up on me, and I don't give up on them. We're going to end the day by doing exactly what I want you to do. Then I'm going to put you up. See, all that's about, you know, that even works in our training program. It's just, you got to have a format that works for you, that you know that works, and stick to it. And you can't make the mistakes like you know, just feel like, you know, you on that pedestal and, oh, I got this, I got this. See, I never wanted to put my mentors in that situation. Never. Because what if I had beat them? They was going to feel a certain type of way. You know? Never wanted to do that when there was so many other people I could go out there and beat up on.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So let me ask
Yeah,
you this.
man.
Go ahead, Big A. I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was just about to say 48 laws of power never outshine the master.
Exactly. So, all right. So, Mike, talk to me about this. And 601 Big A, y'all welcome to joining us as well. Okay. So, one of the things I struggled to do probably my first 30 years of life was to celebrate yourself after you win. Because there's a level of braggadocious and bravado that is not necessary. However, when you accomplishing what you set out to accomplish, brother Mike, or brother Big A, brother 601, how do y'all celebrate yourselves after the action?
Well, one thing we never did, and anybody who ever knew us, we never boasted or talked shit or put the man down. We actually always ended, shaking hands. People used to always, some people used to get mad when we like, we are on our scratch to win situation because we live by that. But they didn't have to be there. We still gonna end up scratching to an empty corner. But we always felt like, don't just get caught up because you done won already and you doing it to be the boast. No, remember we're giving that person another chance. We're giving you a chance to come out of this with a draw if you stand there. And we don't come, we're gonna call it a draw. Ain't nothing wrong with losing, man. And so I always say respect the loser. I think y'all heard our Mama show when Mama remembered a day we beat this dude. And the dude got mad, and he slammed his dog on the floor. And I went the hell off. It made me mad. Because he lost, and this is how you gonna treat the dog. It ain't the dog, it's you. You the shitty person. But I don't think a sore loser is already bad, but a disrespectful winner, that's worse than a sore loser.
Yeah, facts. You preaching right now.
But that's where I'm at on that situation. I'm always a win is a win, and because again, they're gonna respect a good win and a respectable win. That people respect that, man. And that ain't me trying to just show off. That's just something you learn after a win. People respect that. You get people who want to talk that shit though, and you be like, okay. But that's the thing about that type of competition. You don't have to go back and forth and say you ain't doing this, you ain't all that. Just you gotta wait and you gotta date, bro. We'll see you then. And still turn right around and they talk all that craziness and still turn right around and shake their hand. Not talk shit about them, not give him a trash bag to throw his shit in, but shake his hand and still give him a chance to stand in that corner and get a chance to get your money. If I don't go, we're going to walk out of here draw. I need you to stand there. I need you to be there. Some of them be like, at least Twin gave me a chance. They gave me a chance. It was a good one, but they gave me a chance. I just think that's the integrity of the game. That means you can't lose that. You know what? Like, I feel that sometimes, like with that confirmation show shit, and I heard you when you were speaking on it, Dre. Let me tell you something, man. Confirmation shows is based on people's opinions. It's not like a combat sport. It's not like where you have to get out there and show your shit because like boxing and wrestling and these dogs, tennis, individual sports. Your performance is always going to speak for itself when it's all said and done and the trophy's going to be handed out. But when you're dealing with people that's judging things like beauty pageants and stuff like that, that's even some of these boxing matches, some of these judges and the way they read these scorecards, that can be very detrimental to your confidence, man.
Yes, it can, because it's not based upon performance. It's based upon, like you said, opinion.
Yes.
And even worse is people can leverage that against you when you subject yourself to it too much.
Right.
Well,
thousand point, bro. I just want to just inject something in there. I they said like if you go 15 rounds with a nigga, man, you know, and you damn near whoop him all, you know what I'm saying? You know, you damn near win every round. You know, you damn near win every round. Everybody else who looking at it knowing that you damn near win every round. But when y'all get to the 15th round and then goddamn it, they read the scorecard, he beat you. You see what I'm saying? So in actuality, y'all seen me whoop this man all these rounds, way more rounds than he done whooped me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when it came down to somebody else's opinion, you know what I'm saying? Whatever reason they chose to still give it to him, to still give him the fight, you know, it fell down to their opinion, and I lost. You know what I'm saying?
How many times
So
you done seen in boxing and in the
that shit
UFC, they tell
anything,
you do not leave it to the judges
right? Because anything, something happened then.
because anything's skeptical to happen. That is my point right there. And those combat sports, we know we do not leave it to the judges. Anything that somebody else got to do any judgment on, you're skeptical to somebody else's opinion. What you might have thought you was seeing, they didn't see it your same way. So how do you combat that? You don't let that stop you from doing what you're doing. Like in boxing, if I was training a person who lost to a decision, I would, my biggest thing to them is you didn't have no business, letting it get to the judges. So that means I got to work harder because that's susceptible to happening to you again. Before we let that happen to you again, we're going to work a little bit harder so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to step up your talent. We're going to give you other things to work on so you can hit them, get them, split them, and get them out of there. So we don't have to worry about the judges. That same thing works in confirmation shows, man. I mean, people don't want to believe that, but you ever had somebody that could walk in a room, didn't have to say nothing, and everybody stop and look?
Yep.
Mhm.
Keep that thought right there and think, what was it about that person when they walked in the room that everybody had to stop and look? That's what you find. You find that same knack and you bring that to a confirmation show or something where people judge it and have that thing that when people look and be like, damn, that's a badass dog right there. Don't know nothing about the dog, but then it's just that look. Be like, damn. It could be the way they acting, how serious the dog look. I mean, you got to find them things that just makes you stand out over what everybody else doing. And it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Hell, I've been to the scale and had people get scared just because they see the dog. Be wanting to check the scale. Is it that dog look awful damn big? Damn, man, that dog damn big as hell. But when they say 41, you get that 41 ding in. Now they about nervous because that dog that you worried about based on the way it looked, we know there was more than just the weight that they was looking at. It was the power, the muscles. And then they look at they shit and be like, damn, they got to be on roids. Don't even matter. You know what I mean? Because those are the things that you put that in their heart and their dog felt that. So we already got the edge. I never want to see a dog and I have to feel like that. Because dogs pick up little crazy shit like that. You don't work with them, they pick up all your feelings. You own dogs. Your dog feel you. Your dog feel your wife. Your dog knows the difference between your wife or you and your kids. Amazingly. That's how serious that shit is. So you have to walk into that ring with that same upbeat, that same chest stuck out, that same walk. Remember that thing to make people look and be like, damn, that's a badass dog, bruh. High bred. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Hey, brother Mike 601 Big A. I always got to do a giveaway when I can, and so tonight I got the dog. I'm gonna post it in the private chat for y'all brothers. This dog was campaigned down in Mexico. For those of y'all who are new to the chat, this is how it works. The first person to identify the dog correctly will get the cash app. Since this dog is a champion, it will be a $10 cash app to your cash app. All right, to your cash app. We're gonna do a quick intermission for the dog dog of the night, and then we'll go right back into this dog talk. So the dog of the night was campaigned in Mexico. Okay, this dog is a champion, 3-time winner, best in show. And here's the dog of the night. All right, I'm gonna give y'all some of the accolades and talk about this dog. Now, it's commonplace for my brothers down in Mexico to shave the dogs prior to showing them. All right, this dog right here is a 3-time winner. His first win was in 15 minutes. Hit a bleeder, took the animal out quickly. All right. Second time out was an hour and 5 minutes. He actually had to work a little bit that night. Third time in championship match, 12 minutes. This dog right here made short work of all his opponents. All right. So I'm gonna leave it on the screen for a second. Let y'all cook. Let y'all think about it. But what I want to say about this dog right here is this dog is very well built. Look at how he sits up on his pasterns. Look at his chest. He's not too barrel chested. But he got a deep chest. You can tell he's been put in work. You can see right there on his front right leg. He got something took a hold of him right there. Obviously the head is swollen up, so he's been looked at least prior to this picture right here, and he's still shaved and ready to go for the box. All right, I'm assuming this is for that. I'm assuming this is for that little 12-minute roll. I'm gonna call it a roll. But yeah, this dog right here, pedigree's been seen 6,000 times, and this dog pedigree was posted on in 2022. You know, once again, like I said, no dogs bred, trained, or sold for any illegal purposes. This is done in a country where they get down and they enjoy themselves, and we just want to honor the ones that are still doing it because they keep the breed alive in its truest form. All right.
Right. TP. I just want to inject in that this is a dog from the 1960s.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for that, brother. Okay. So in the 4th generation, you have champion Taurus's Tank, 3-time winner, producer of record, bred to Fearless Terra. Then you have the same dog Tank, bred to Taurus Omega 10. Okay. Now, so that's a half brother, half sister breeding right there for you. Okay. Then you got 1-time game loser Aries, registered merit, producer of record, bred to Taurus Miss Raptor. Then you got Taurus's Tank in there again to Taurus's Volcano. All right. Taurus's Tank to Fearless again, and Taurus's Tank to Fearless again, which means that this dog right here is a litter mate breeding. And then finally on the 4th generation, you have Taurus's Tank again to Fearless, and then you have Taurus's and Ronald's grand champion Dark Tige on top of 5-time winner grand champion Taurus's Tapita. All right. Moving on to the 3rd generation, you have Taurus's Awesome Tank, registered merit, bred to 1-time winner Taurus's Crazy Cornella, best in show, 1-time winner. To Taurus's Canelo, on top of Taurus's Krakatoa. Don't give me the line, but you'll see it when you look at the pedigree. Then you got Taurus's Awesome Tank again to Taurus's Red Shark, and Taurus's Awesome Tank again to 1-time game loser, Taurus's India. Taurus believes in his blood, as y'all can see, and he's keeping it tight to his yard. Champion Taurus's Crazy Garm in the 2nd generation was bred to Taurus's Kali. And Taurus's Little Tank was bred to Taurus's Medusa. Finally, in the 1st generation, you have 4-time winner Taurus's Crizzy Rolo on top of Taurus's Arpia. All right. Once again, This dog is a champion, 3-time winner, best in show. The first person to post the appropriate name in the chat will receive a $10 cash app from us live tonight. In the meantime, while y'all discuss that, we're gonna get back to cooking. Now, brother Mike, okay, I've never known this feeling before, so I want to talk to you about it. Now, getting the first win is one thing, but what about that first championship? What is that like?
Hey, what? We did our first our first run at building a champion was when we took Brat and Pretty Mama. And remember, every time that they went out together. We still had, let me see. Yeah, they were actually, them two were our very first two champions. And they came right after Mikey and Blood, BA. That was like 3 years after our very first win. Almost 4 years. So when you took, I guess the road was sweet because Pretty Mama, she was a good dog. She was a damn good dog, and she kept winning best in show over Brat. And we kind of felt funny about that because Brat would dismiss people real quick, and you would think, damn, this bitch killing shit. And then we went in best in show with Mama. But when they won their championship, we kind of we was really happy, but it took us a whole year to even get in the journal because, to even be recognized in the journal, Jack had to kind of get confirmation from everybody, so we wasn't really up on trying to get that. It just so happened Jack had called and he was wondering, he heard that, we was the ones that had beat Tommy Boy. And he was like, y'all going right, Kennels? I said, no, we going hard. You just said it wrong. And remember, because he had Tommy Boy on the cover of the journal, but he gave us a big shout out, because, they heard it was a great fight. But when you got two champions on your yard at the same time, and they did it together, yeah, our confidence was at an all-time high because at that point we had already set a mark. Remember, it was right after them, the farm came, 5 acres. And we was breeding and, you start building on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn going out buying shit, start breeding what you had to work. So, yeah, just to have the confidence to be able to have them on the yard, but it was even a bigger blessing when we wound up in the journal a year later. That was that was right there. That was the pinnacle at that point because, we got 2 champions that's actually in the journal. And then believe it or not, they start doing stories on them. That was like, damn, we getting a name, Mo. We getting a name. Before you know it, we was out there running around in the fast lane, refereeing and doing dogs in the fast lane, going to some of the great shows, meeting some of the great people, all behind those 2 dogs. Everything that came after that was just a plus,
Yes, sir.
So and that's what you work for, I think. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but I know that's what we worked for. And everything that came after that. Our problem was we got too big and we was doing too many dogs. It was cool while we was only just had to concentrate on 2 dogs. And then, they the ones to pay for the farm. But then once we really got to rolling and trying to keep up with everybody else, that's when things got, it got hectic because we was constantly moving and not really concentrating on an individual dog like we did our first 2. because at this point in time now we're just trying to build a yard. So building a yard is a whole lot different than just building or working on a dog or two. You know, them dogs had our complete attention compared to after they got their championship and we had all them other dogs and all them breedings going on, and now we got to start dealing with that shit. We got away from just individual dogs. You know, now you just, you know, it's like building a team. That one's done, next one, and just kept going and kept going and kept going. But yeah, them first champions, yeah, they was all that. You know, even if it don't be for us being young at it, both of them, both of them dogs should have been grand champions. But in the process of doing what we was doing and doing the breeding and then getting the yard and then create the yard is what got us away from, you know, putting them out there to go ahead and finish up, because we still had other dogs that we moved on to, because now the recognition's there. Now people, you know, kind of trying to call you out. They ain't trying to call you out with them, or they just calling out weights where we got those weights. So it ain't about being big. See, I don't want everybody to believe that you know, big is where it's at, because it's not. Stay small. Because when you stay small, them 4 or 5 dogs gonna get your complete attention. And that's what matters, because you're going to get more work and more success out of them 5 dogs than trying to do what we did with 80 dogs, which we end up breaking down to 40. But then we had over 60 something matches. So, you know.
So I want to share this with the chat too, man, because this is an adage I learned about shipbuilders, and I want to share it with kennels who've gone through what you've gone through, right? And so there's a story about a shipbuilder, and they come to him and say, "Hey, we want a ship built," and he quotes them a price, and they say, "I don't remember the price, but the price is irrelevant." But they say, "Man, you want all that for a ship?" And he says, "No." He says, "I want all that for the 30 years it took for me to be able to get it right the first time." You know, that's what you're paying for. You can go out and learn how to do it yourself, but the amount of time and effort and energy you're going to put into learning how to make that champion, or how to build that ship, or how to win that confirmation show, that's what the information that you had to go through, the fire you had to be put into to become the winner that you are. Also, real quick, while I got a quick intermission, I did want to give a shout out to the brother that won, Mr. John Dembry. He called it out as champion Rolex, y'all. It's champion Rolex. Brother Dembry, my Facebook, once again, I'm in Facebook jail. Obviously, somebody's trolling me. Every Tuesday, they put me in Facebook jail, so you can't reach out to me on Facebook. But I did post the number in the chat. I'm posting on the screen right here. If you text that number, you can get a hold of me, and we can get you set up to get your payment. Back to y'all brothers. Y'all brothers go ahead and cook.
Yes, sir.
Well, one thing why I got everybody's attention, you know, I'd be stuck on to see moving forward what the new do. You know what I mean? The only way this game is going to change is going to be based on these shows, these confirmation shows, these wall climbs. You know, the basement's going to be the basement, but the basement, it needs to be back to where it is, in the basement. There's nobody going to be talking about that. There's nothing that's going to you're not going to get famous, you know, like we had the journal. And so people kind of knew once we hit the journal, you know, we had champions in the journal, and we're winning. And of course, popularity, because look at the people we running with. Y'all could do the same thing with these confirmation shows. The thing is, you got to come with good judges. See, judging, it has to be a non-biased situation. People, like when we started refereeing, you know, Mo started doing a whole lot of refereeing. The reason he was able to do that, because they know we were going to be, you know, true to it. You know, the integrity, we had already built a name on it, the integrity part. So it was like, you know, all the back and forth. And then, no, let twin, we need you to come do this. That's why you see him referencing on a whole lot of shit, because they knew things was going to be right. And that's how you got to handle this confirmation. So don't put, if you're putting your stuff together and you're doing the right thing as far as your judging, because the judging is the key. That's what's going to make this shit work. See, going to the ADBA. Come on, how y'all gonna win an ADBA show when you got somebody there that's been the 3 or 4 of them and they traveling, and this dog probably got 3 wins and they need probably 2 more to get the big reward? You're going to lose, because popularity is always going to win. Everybody watches the Westminster show. Come on, very seldom do you see a dog win that don't have some type of accomplishments behind them prior to getting there to the big show. So I always look at it, all right, you're using the same format. You got to start small before you get big. Remember, that's the same thing we had. We had to start small before we got big. But in the process of, with the growing pains, look at all the things you fixed along the way. You know what it takes to win. You know what it takes to create a champion. Now you got to know what it takes to create a yard. Now you done built a yard. Now you know what it took to have good dogs on the yard. Now you finna take your product and you fixing to go out and see how your product works. Now when you know how to do all of that, everybody gonna be talking about you. Everybody gonna know you. And if we could pull that off in the underground, in the fast lane, you should have no problems doing it above ground based off the same attributes. You just got to believe in what you're doing, stick to what you're doing, and pull the right people in to help you get it done. I'm a true believer in that, man. I have all the faith in the world in these dogs taking a different direction. I just hate to see my brothers, you know, go to these shows and be upset when they getting, you know, they don't win. The people can't really, they giving them they love, but they ain't giving them the love they deserve. And I look at that, don't be discouraged, because that's growing pains, because they ain't used to y'all doing that. This is what this is all about, is changing the game. Don't act like you're not going to change the game. You're going to have to change the game, because guess what? How many brothers was actually out here trying to do shows like that? Now, you look at the bully community, you see a whole lot of damn participation. But this American Pit Bull Terrier, no, he was meant for one purpose only, and everybody just got that stigmata attached to him. Y'all got to fight through that. And the only way you're going to fight through that is to keep doing what you're doing and get people to come to what you have to bring to the table. Like that show in Louisiana, you know, I heard, you know, I've been following my boys. They was wondering what all the white people were. Well, guess what? Y'all keep doing it, you're going to see a whole lot of damn white people show up. Just like Tom. When we went to Tom's last year, it was the biggest come out that Tom said he ever had. But then you seen a whole lot of black people and then a whole lot of white people. What the problem was, they wasn't expecting to see all them black people. Whoa, this thing been going on 10 years, and you gonna tell me this is the biggest show you had because of all these black folks? Guess what, fellas? That told me something then. See, if y'all put your heads together, y'all can make this work. But somebody has to be able to take that damn bull by the horn and at least start getting it under control, and so everybody else can come in and help. I'm a true believer in it can be done. I don't think it can be done going back and forth, because, you know, that's what hurts us now as black folks. You know, and I don't mean to put us on blast, but, you know, we got to get together to do something to get anything right. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's we're working on it, man, because, you know, we fighting generational curses as far as being able to support each other both interracial and amalgamated. And so I'm glad you brought that point up because I don't think it's taboo anymore. I think those that are really doing it are really doing it, and they're going to support each other regardless. And I think that those that are not are going to eventually be the ones sitting down the corner, like, man, it's a good party going on down the block, and I can't be there. I want to be somewhere in the number, because the number that are down to make stuff happen, I think it's starting to become balanced with those who aren't trying to make stuff happen. And of course, you got those that just don't want to see the unity. Fuck them, fuck them. And I'm gonna pass the mic.
I know I got my other brothers right there and up on the panel. I mean, y'all got me in here. This is the time to go ahead and just get it out there because I know we all understand each other. We all are working for a purpose. And I can't actually see the chat, but I know other people are going to see this video after the fact, and I really want them to see the direction we going in. I don't want them to just stay hear me talk every Tuesday and Friday, and my point of view don't never change. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I'm going to always be repetitive because this is how I think and this is what I believe in. That's all.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Well, really, it's just really for us on my end, and then I'm pretty sure on brother Big A end, man. We just really just taking delight in listening to what it is that you're saying, and just really enjoying that too. You know what I'm saying? And really just got our ears open and our minds and shit open too. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with you, man. 100%. You know what I'm saying? On really everything you were saying. You know what I'm saying? You made sense on it. And for us on, everything, man. Conducting yourself, man. Being able to even get around certain people, man. The work ethic, you know what I'm saying? The silence and secrecy part of it, you know what I'm saying? The work ethic part of it, the dedication part of it, the just, hey, man, all, all the way around, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some fellas, when I started, now y'all always hear us talk about the matches, but we threw 3 shows in our career, 3, and to throw a show together and to have people come from across the country to come to your show
Mm,
and compete. That was one of the biggest highlights of our career because we threw 3 big shows and a lot of the big dog men came, and it was just one of them things that I could always sit back and say, we've been to a lot of shows, we've been to a lot of people's houses and met people, but to be able to say that had a part of that and was able to do that, and people still talk about it, it was always one of them things that I always just felt close to my heart because of the hospitality that we were trying to portray and give based off of what people done for us. And to be successful at that, you look at them things on top of everything else you've done, but you have that to say, yeah, we used to do those too. And it was the highlight of our career because people actually came,
mm-hmm,
participated, enjoyed themselves
mm-hmm.
to where we did it again and again. And every time we did it, it got bigger and bigger. So
Right.
that, where I got that eager wanting to do something better, to give back, and to not only just be in the game, but be a participant of the game. And that's how I look at when I'm saying things to you guys, and just like our mentors used to say, they would always tell us shit, and always, well, what you fixing to do? And we always had to come up with an answer because they would always, what's the next thing you're going to do? What's the next thing? What do you do next? And I would always go back to what I learned along the way. Because what's the use of talking to somebody if they ain't gonna do or utilize what you're telling them? And I felt that from them. Because if I wasn't doing that or moving forward, then I would expect them to be chewing on my ass like they was. You don't stop here. Remember how we told you how many people, great people, came to our yard just to see the yard, just to see what we had? Who in the hell travels? I know we was traveling to people's yard, but never thought that people would actually come and travel to see our shit.
Right.
So those are big accomplishments for me. But I used to throw concerts. I used to promote concerts. So I had an ideal of what it took for people to come to a show. You got to have good people on your show for people who want to come see it. So you transfer that from the public, and then you transfer that to the dog game. I got enough good big time dog mans and friends. I'm pretty sure they gonna come, and I'm pretty sure they gonna bring their shit, and then we can match this shit up. And I'm pretty sure everybody gonna want to come see it. And guess what? They did. And that's how I feel about moving forward with the trying to make this game a little bit better instead of worrying about what was going on in the underground, because it's not about the basement anymore. For these dogs to survive, the underground, the basement's always going to do what they do, but then it's time to show a different light to these dogs. And that part, I'm not familiar with it because you're building it from the basement up, bro. And that's a very hard thing to do if you don't have help. Now they pulled off a good show in Louisiana, so I'm gonna just tell you what. It just showed me it is possible.
Oh yeah.
Cause I
Oh
think the
yeah.
next time they do it, they're gonna have even more people, and I think they're gonna have a couple more, a lot more white people show up. You know, I just truly believe that shows you it's possible. It can be done. We just need to do a lot more of it.
It is.
Yes.
It is. It
Yes.
is, Mr. Mike TP. And I don't mean to cut you off, Drake, or you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? But I was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And I saw it. You know what I'm saying? And I was there live in the flesh amongst the brothers and the family and the discussions and the laughter and the, you know what I'm saying, the hugging and the picture taking and the everybody shining and the, and the eating together and the spending the night, you know what I'm saying, and the on the phone still next 2 days. And I was a part of that, man, and I know that is real. And that's what that on top of ground bring. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what underground gonna bring, the same love when we're dealing with these same kind of people. But just like you were saying that you ain't used to it and it's something different for you, you know what I'm saying? But and you saw from a long distance on, just say for instance the show in Louisiana, what it did. That was an on top of the ground thing, and all of the love that was in the mix of it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't just have to be one way. It can be on top or on bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna still be full of love and full of life and full of laughter. And hey man, hey bro, So I just want to say that I feel exactly what you're saying, man. And if it's something new to you, you know what I'm saying, something, you know what I'm saying. But guess what? You still getting that same feeling out of it and that same love and that same enjoyment. And just like you say, the bottom will always be there anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we can find happiness and joy and congregation and plugging and you know what I'm saying, everything else on top of ground, man. So I just wanted to say that I feel what you're saying because I was there and I witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I just got off the phone with some of the brothers today that I met down there, some of the older brothers. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's just how much I enjoyed myself. I got off the phone with Fat Bill today. and I got off the phone with Bud J Bo today. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what that do when you carry yourself right, and then when you get amongst these people, man, and that love is there and that respect is there. And like I say, bro, we sitting down eating he and the high, man, and everything else, and it still goes on now today. And that was last Saturday, and here it is finna be Saturday again, and brothers still keeping in contact, really still talk, talking about the enjoyment that they had at that meeting. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, it's all right, man.
I know that feeling. I mean, you got a chance to experience it because I know with Rasta Man there, I got a chance to hang out with Rasta Man at times, and that was another, big moment for me because here I'm hanging out with the legends. I'm hanging out with Tom. I'm hanging out with uh, Mr. Finley, Mr. Divine, Mountain Man. I mean, golly, man. And then all the people who came from all over the country wanting to take pictures with Twin. Kind of
Right.
make Had me feeling like I'm like one of the legends out there type of
Right,
shit.
right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
Just
right.
being amongst them.
That's right, man. That's right, man. Just being amongst them, and they come, man. Get right here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, shit. That's all right, bro. You know.
They need more of that. You guys need to experience
More of
that
that.
because when you enjoy it like that and see all that came with that, it makes you like,
Hmm.
why we gotta wait the next year? You know what I
Right.
mean? You
We
got to wait a whole nother year for it to go
right.
down. We got
Somebody
time
else need
coming
to be
up.
doing. Right. Go ahead.
I was just saying we got time coming up. We should have things like that, at least 5, 6 times a year. Because the
Right.
more you have them, the bigger they're gonna get. It's like bike week, like the Freaknik used to be. People gonna just want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
And that's the key to making things happen. You can't do that without some type of organization, being able to get people together and make it actually happen. See, them boys made it happen out there. And that's
Right.
what it looks like when it comes together. Now you can imagine what next year's show fixing to be like.
Oh man.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad y'all said that, man. Because y'all know 2025, y'all have asked for us to throw an in-person Samurai Kennel show, man. And this is my magnificent obsession. If we can't make it where it's a tour where you can start off in the tri-state area and work your way down south and come around, um, I've got a community center that I can rent out in my neighborhood. Um, I will have motels that I can put you on that allow American Pit Bull Terriers to stay there, you know. But if we can't have them where it's a circuit, then what I'll do is I'll throw a West Coast show at the same time as the East Coast show. So if you can't be there on the East Coast, then we can do one on the West Coast. Um, like I said, this weekend I'm trying to get voted in, and it's my magnificent obsession to get voted in as either VP or secretary for my ADBA club here, the Arizona Cactus ADBA club here in Phoenix, Arizona. And so, if we want it, we'll build it. I'm telling you right now, if we want it, we'll build it. And also on the screen for those of y'all who are tracking, we got the Trapper Days show in Taylor, Arizona. This is a non-sanctioned show. It's been thrown by the old heads. It's in honor of Howard Heinzel Memorial. It's going to be on the 25th, Saturday at Rodeo Park in Taylor, Arizona. All classes, all fun class fees are $10. And it has the contact information for everybody there. Our president, Brother Brandon Phillips, is going to be there. I'll be there. We'll be registering new members to our club because I'll just give y'all the how we're going to accomplish it. I work part-time at Arizona Trap and Skeet, Tucson Trap and Skeet, and I work the Olympic Nationals this year for the Olympic qualifiers for Trap and Skeet. Those of y'all don't know, that's when they take the shotgun and they shoot them little clay pigeons down, okay? So I work that, and they pay $140 per person, and you can have any charge except for grand larceny to work out there. So what they do is they bring us out there and we clean up the skeets, we load the skeet traps, and then we clean up the shotgun shells, and they pay $140 per person. Lunch is provided. Like I told y'all, I've gotten a couple of my brothers that have been convicted jobs out there because they do seasonal jobs, but you typically make about $1,700 to $3,000 a month, depending on how many competitions they have. And my club, we have a contract with my club to go out there and work, so we don't come out of pocket for our in-person shows. Our Cactus Club is trying to put on, they ain't trying, we're going to put on a show next year, but I want to do a separate samurai show unsanctioned in Arizona here in Tucson. So for those of y'all who are interested on the West Coast and want to get more involved, that's how we're going to build a revenue to do that. So it won't be a lot of money out of pocket. You know, you show up, vendors and all that stuff, but I want to do it in a way where we're not going to stop y'all from going to other brothers shows, but if you can't make it to an East Coast show, it's available to you. I didn't want to put it out there, but I'm putting it out there because putting it out there forces me to carry through with what we said we're gonna carry through with. Okay. And so Brother Mike, we scratching. We're gonna scratch damn hard, you know. We're gonna go hard in this mug, you know, in respect to you, big bro. And I'm gonna pass the mic.
Well, Drake, you already know how I feel about you doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep reminding you. Don't talk about it, be about it. You know what need to be done, make it happen, Captain. And I say that from the seriousness of my heart, because I know when I put my way of thinking and into somebody, and I'm not the easiest going person. I'm a very hard person to kind of deal with, because I am so strict on my way. You know, if I take time to try to teach somebody something or show somebody something, or I believe in somebody, the last thing I let that person do is disappoint me. You know what I mean? I want them to feel bad for disappointing me. You know, because it's like your children. When your children go out and they go to school and they come home and they got A's on their report card, they want mom and dad to be pleased behind their work. And you're going to give them what they need to show your appreciation for them doing what they're doing. But in the same token, while you doing that, you always get them to understand you're not doing this for me. You're doing it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? When they're kids, they learn to do it for you. But as they get older, and you're nurturing that, you get them to get that drive to be able to do that for themselves, because that's where the success is going to come from. Not having to do it for anybody but themselves. And that's all I be trying to tell you, Dre. Damn everybody else. Do it for yourself. Everything else will fall into play right after that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all, we're at the hour and 37. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. But Brother Mike, Brother Big A, Brother 601, y'all go ahead and plug y'all stuff. I'm going to hit him with the Christian Watchword, the Samurai Kennels chant, and I'm going to be in the back chat for a little while tonight. Y'all brothers go ahead and plug.
Yes, sir. You know what it is. It's your boy Big A. I'll be back here next Wednesday, man. You know we're gonna be live and direct. Yes, sir.
Already. Well, shit, man. I just want to say shout out to JT, man, Soul and Solo,
Yeah.
BV, you know what I'm saying? BV, the brother that wasn't here tonight, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Schoolboy, everybody, man, Ram, the twins, man, bro, we appreciate you. And our ears always open, man, and everything, man.
Yes, sir.
Want to give a big shout out to everybody out there in the chat, everybody on the panel. Big shout out to my man Dre. You already know what time it is. Y'all gonna see us on Tuesdays and Fridays doing what we do. And I'll just put this out here, fellas. Y'all know we fixing to close her down here shortly. So we trying to do things big on the way out. But in the same token, we just don't want to walk completely away. We just want to try to be a part of something new. So that's why I show up and show out. And I know it might not see me say much, but don't always think that twins just sitting out there listening.
Man,
Because
Yeah.
I am.
salute. I
Salute.
tip my
Salute.
hat to you for that. I
Yes,
tip my
sir.
hat to you for that, bro.
Yes, sir, man. It's been a great week. Like I said, man, Saturday morning, I'm hitting the road at 9 a.m. Shout out to Brother Ram coming through. Brother Ram, we're gonna be in the back chat. I'm gonna
Shout
post a
out.
link. Obviously, man, if you come through the back chat, we have legends come through there all the time. Don't you ever come in that back chat if you're not ready to have those conversations with the legends, because they don't play pettiness. They don't do the microaggression bullshit. It's full in your face aggression. But I will leave y'all with a Christian watchword, and we're gonna get out of here with the samurai chat. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent one from another. Amen.
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 Man, salute, boy.
Yes,
Pressure,
sir.
pressure, pressure.
For the love of the dogs, for the love of the
For the
game.
love of the game.
Please forgive. Too many mind.
Too many mind?
Mind the school. Mind the people.
Let him go, Andre.
Mind the enemy. Too many mind.